Good evening, Penny Pincher Farms. It's the day we've been looking for all winter long. We're here in eastern Kentucky, March the 7th, and we're scaring springtime to death. We have got some grass growing. I've got my shorts on today. We're probably 60 degrees. 60 degrees the last 4, 5, 6 days, man, have been nice. And we're trying to feed out all of our hay, trying to get it covered, the most surface area of our farm, trying to get some carbon coverage. And so that's why we're feeding hay today. We got a little extra hay. We didn't have to feed all that much to begin with, but we've got a little extra that we're trying to get out before the spring flush hits. That way we can get some organic fertilizer spread before the flush hits. But it's getting that time of year in the springtime that new life comes to be. And here at Penny Pincher Farms, we try our best to go with exactly how nature does it. So in the springtime of the year, you start to have new babies come around on the farm. And I believe, according to our neighbors are right there, they're right on the fence line. They called yesterday and said, you all may have a sweet surprise. So March the 6th, 2022, our first baby has hit the ground here on Penny Pincher Farm. We're glad to see it too. He's a lively little feller. For what little bit I've seen him, you all are gonna get the first encounter the same time I am. Mama don't want us to come, don't looks like. That's all right, that means she's a good mama. But you can see him there. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. This may be as close as we can get. Good size. Like I said, lively. That's the best kind. The ones that's born alive. That's the best kind of calf you can have. This is what I'll tell you. It's what Papa always used to tell me. The best thing that you got's a live one. There's a lot of truth to that. It don't matter how good its daddy is, how good its mommy is. If it's born dead, it ain't worth a crap. Pardon my simple language, easy understood. But there's a whole lot of truth to that. But this little dude, what little bit I've seen of him, or she, it, is a lively little thing. And it'll get lively if it touches that fence. But a good mama cow right there, you don't want your mama cows acting crazy. But it's not a bad thing that they act a little motherly. Watch him go suck. Oh yeah, plenty good enough for us. Like I say, this calf's we think it's probably 2 days old. The neighbors seen it yesterday. We wasn't over here yesterday. So today was the every other day that we feed hay. So the neighbors said that they seen it yesterday. So we're gonna call it March the 6th, baby. Look at him eating lunch there. Good little outfit. I ain't gonna get too close. Mama's a little on edge. It may make a good video, but it wouldn't make a good time for me. But she ain't crazy. Like I say, she ain't too overly protective, which is a great thing. But you do want your mamas to be a little bit protective of their babies. That's just how God made them, how nature's bred them to be. You don't want them to leave their baby calf out in the middle of a pack of cows. You want them to be a little bit testy. Look at that little dude right there. Pretty little thing. I don't know if it's a bull or a heifer. I ain't gonna say this is as close as I've got to it. But it's just the right size. Ain't too small, ain't too big. Probably a little on the smaller side than the bigger side, but that's all right. I'd rather miss on that end anyway, myself. But just our good bull that we sold, this is his first calf crop. So we may have made a mistake by getting rid of him if he throws calves like that right there all the time. He's eating good, I know that. Look at this grass, guys. I mean, it's a happening. Let me zoom out. It is happening. Spring is happening right now, guys. And like we said a couple videos ago, if you're doing this rotational grazing, it's wet. It's come a flood again here in eastern Kentucky. If you're doing the grazing, especially the rotational grazing, spread your cows out. Don't confine them. Don't tighten them up so much that if you leave them for an extra day or an extra rotation, they're going to muck your field up. We've about got it licked, guys. Good times is a-coming. Within the next month, if it keeps up like this, if we can escape a few cold snaps, we'll have grass going crazy. And that's when we can make some money, guys. When you can raise your animals and not have to have no inputs, no fertilizer, no corn, none of that stuff, to keep your cows alive, man, you can make some money at this. Look at that little fella. He's a-doing good, I know that. Looks like he got a little white on his belly there. I can't hardly tell. But yes, buddy, that's a good looking old pair right there. Good looking pair. But we're talking about going with nature. When you turn your bulls in, that's the secret. Mama, we're gonna leave you alone. You keep doing a good job. When you turn your bulls in with your cows, guys, is the secret. And it may be taking a little extra management, a little extra effort, but it's worth it. We turned our bull in last year, June the 1st. We bumped it up a month, and the past couple years we was turning them in July the 1st. And it just seemed our calves wasn't the size we want them when we was selling them, so we bumped it up sooner, a month, which puts us calving in March. And here in eastern Kentucky, it's more often missing the bad weather in March. March is mud month, they say. But when you manage your ground and do things right, you ain't got no mud. So we ain't necessarily worried about mud month here at Penny Pincher Farms. There ain't no mud yet. Unless something changes, we ain't gonna have no mud. But we turned the bull in June the 1st, and we got our first calf March the 6th, we're gonna call it. So he done his job, and we've got looking at a couple of these cows. We got a few, 2 or 3 more that it could happen any day. That was the cow we was expecting to calve first, just judging by her looks. Right here's these two is going to be our next. If I was predicting, all these cows calved out last year in April and May, so they all should have been in ready to breed in June when we turn the bull in, so they shouldn't be in no particular order. But not to get into the anatomy or anything of the cattle business, but you can see how our tail end here is starting to get a little swelled. We look at that, and we look at their udders to see how full those udders are getting. She's close. She's not completely filled up. Nothing like this one over here is. So I'm gonna say this cow right here is gonna calve before that one we just looked at. She's bagging down, what we call bagging down. Her udders is filling up good and tight. And she's starting to swell in the back there. So that girl right there will probably be the next on the list to pop us out some calves. But our last calf crop, we had some white-headed calves, but we bred them to a Hereford bull. So these is bred back to a black bull. So all of our calves, except for that one right there, should be solid black. That one probably be a smoke, about her color, or a little darker maybe. Right there's another one. She's swelling in the back as well. So, like I say, in a perfect world, hopefully all these babies, as opposed, except for that one's mama, which is that one, could possibly calve this month. So this one right here, she's not got much going on. So she may be an April calver. She calved in April last year too. This one back here is the same way. She's not got much going on. Not swelling none, not bagged, not filling up none. So we got probably 3. Those 3 that's bunched up over there is probably our next 3 prospects. But we got it going on at Penny Pincher Farm. The Lord's blessed us and things is going in the right direction. going with how nature intended to do, not trying to go against the grain. Have your calves in the springtime, sell them in the fall. That way your cows ain't got to bring them through the winter. Just makes life so much easier. That's when your deers and your turkeys, they have their babies in the spring and wean them off in the fall. That way they don't have to carry them through the winter. That's how God designed them, how nature's designed to work. So that's how we're going to work on Penny Pincher Farm. So everybody, maybe take you a tip from that. If the way you're going right now ain't working the best for you, you might consider switching. There ain't a thing in the world switching. We had to switch. We didn't do it like this. We let the bull in year round, used to. And we'd have calves from January to December. It didn't matter. There was no rhyme or reason or nothing. But if you're going to do this, get you a few management practices in place and you can come out on the farm again. It can at least sustain itself. But everybody, get ready. The springs are coming. Calving season's here. Hopefully we'll have some good footage coming to your way. April time, they say we should get our chickens here. So we got a lot going on. We got Junior here manning the hay. And this is Penny Pincher Farms signing out. Hope everybody has a good week. Monday evening. Everybody get excited. Look at this right here. Oh my gosh. If we can see this, I hope you guys seen that. I don't know if I had the camera on it or not. But that calf inside that cow was kicking her side like you wouldn't believe. That was unreal. I'd never seen that before. She ain't gonna let us see it no more, but that was crazy. She was standing there perfectly. Yeah, she was standing there perfectly still, and I could see her side just bulging out. That calf in there kicking and flip-flopping, rolling around. That was crazy. That was wild. But guys, this is Penny Pincher Farm. We're gonna get off here. We're gonna head back to the house before the next batch of rain comes through. Happy grazing. Spring times are coming. Everybody pick your head up. Times is getting better.